It's 12:40 on June 4th, and one could say this is the start of an adventure. I know it's not June 4th anymore and it's 9 days later, but how are you guys going, you know? I don't really know what happened to the last week and a half, but that doesn't really matter because I'm here. And I was gonna, throw on the same shirt for like continuity, but I don't think it would have worked, and I'm too lazy to. But I have another dino shirt on because that's half my shirts anyways, so I'm basically halfway there. Yeah, I'm going to just shoot in sometimes some at-home Lily, either through video or through audio. Just, keep the video moving. And before the video really starts rolling, I'd like to say that I say I'm awkward many times in this video. I also say I'm out of breath like 1,000 times. So if you get annoyed by it, whatever, just keep on going. I really don't know what I'm doing with this, but you clicked on the video, so I have no idea what this is going to be, but I do know a few things. It's going to involve some subpar content, some subpar editing, some terrible angles of me, a whole lot of Lily, and a whole lot of awkwardness, because I'm very awkward, so that's fun. I was kind of just bored, so I started a YouTube channel, and this is what's going to come out of it, I guess. Who knows? I had a lot of thoughts about what my first video should be, and I decided I want this channel to be like my life, dysfunctionate, kind of all over the place. At times, a little humorous, probably not very much though, so don't expect anything. Also, don't expect eye contact. That's not gonna happen apparently. So for my first video, I thought it'd be a good idea to, film it outside, so I can just like have a lot of stress of people looking at me. But it's fine. I'll be fine. Because I'll be fine. So I'm just kind of like strolling around the Roosevelt area. I've walked for an hour. It's quite toasty out here. So I'm a little sweaty. I have minimal idea of where I am. Wow, that guy's just really gonna blow that bush. What is he even doing? Oh, he's blowing chemicals. Killing the environment. Just because, we can't have a little pest in my house. So. I know I'm in a completely different place, but let's just glaze over that. It's still the same day, so I call it an achievement. I was walking by, and they had, like, those Springer, like, pest control people there, and, they started spraying the bushes with something, or, like, vacuuming them. I don't really know what's going on, but it was very obnoxious. So I just thought I'd, like, explain what I was talking about, since you couldn't actually see, and I didn't want to just look insane and like I was just talking to somebody who's vacuuming their bush or something. So I'm kind of just strolling around, the south of Grand houses, the fancy schmancy ones, getting weird looks, but I think I'm just gonna own it and let my weird personality out. I talk to myself anyways, so I always get judged. This time I'm just awkwardly holding a camera, so who knows? I'm also not going to show any of the houses because that's going to be an invasion of privacy. So almost as bad as airdropping people things. So I wouldn't do that. But they're quite nice. I would recommend. Okay, I make this really subtle joke about airdropping is the invasion of privacy, which like most of you guys will get because you were there or I've told you about it. But just because I love saying the same story 7,000 times, I'll quickly explain to you the fun invading of privacy. So I went to Florida with the orchestra over spring break, and I may have been airdropping things to people, just random pictures, just to see if people would take them, make them laugh, share some love, and I may have airdropped one of the chaperone's wife's daughters a picture, and it wasn't like a bad picture. It's like I wasn't doing anything inappropriate. I guess I airdropped to the wrong person at the wrong time, in the wrong place, on the long bus ride back from Florida to Des Moines. But anyways, the chaperone's wife, the band teacher's wife, got on the intercom of the bus and kind of just yelled at the whole bus to stop airdropping things to people because it invades their privacy. And most of the people on the bus knew it was me because, you know, I own up to the things I do. So that was a fun time. But what was even funner was the memes that we all made on the bus, because if you yell at a bunch of high schoolers from doing a harmless thing, because, okay, here's this thing. You can turn off airdrops. Like, you don't have to have airdrops open to everybody. And you can just decline the airdrop, because that's what most of the people are doing. So don't get me in trouble because you don't respect my pictures. And so, like, I'll insert, like, some of the memes, like, you're welcome, and the picture, like, the exact picture I airdropped to this girl who got me in trouble. So, just in case y'all wanted to know, I just needed to tell you guys, you know, to share that fun story. One of the big reasons I started this channel is because I get very little socialization over summer. So I figured, what's a good way for an antisocial gal like me to socialize? Apparently talking to a camera and posting it to the internet. So that's fun. I don't know if it's going to work because I've never done it before, I guess. And who knows if I'll even post this. I might just, like, you know, back out at the last minute. But it's fine. We'll see. So I guess it's just going to be like stream of consciousness, just like a little you and Lily time, you know, because everybody loves that. I had a whole list of things to talk about, but now that I'm out here in the wild of the Roosevelt district, I just don't remember any of them. Oh my god, I'm so awkward. Yeah, so I've kind of just already hit all of them, and it's been like 3 minutes, so I reference the Roosevelt part of town quite often in this video, and most of you guys will know what that means. It's like the fancy side of town. But you know, some of you people might not. Roosevelt, I just use as like the fancy side of town, even though I know not like all the people who go to Roosevelt are like rich and stuff. I know, you don't have to tell me, it's just I was in the Roosevelt district, and they have fancy houses there. Oh, hello, Scooters. This is Scooters. He's a cutesicle. Like, okay, he doesn't. Every time a YouTuber complains about, like, recording in public and how awkward it is, I'm like, oh, okay, please, like, whatever. Like, you live in LA. Doesn't everybody record themselves in LA because they're all narcissistic? After, like, going to LA and seeing that not everybody records themselves, oddly enough, and like doing it in public, I can now see that it is very awkward. And I'm like not even talking into like a full-blown camera. I'm talking into my phone. I'll probably like cut this up so much that you probably won't even get like half of the awkwardness. Oh no, you're still gonna get a lot of awkwardness. And you know, we may jump to In Her House Lily because she might be a little less awkward. You know, maybe that will be where the quirkiness comes in. And we'll have a little bit more breath. I'm very out of shape, and it's very humid out here. Like, can we just open a little window? Get it? I don't know if anybody else does this, but I do it quite often. Just like go around and explore places I don't live, just to see how people live. And also just get a little lost because I have no idea where I am. All I know is I want to get back to Grant. I think I'm going the right way. Worst comes to worst, I'm just lost here forever. Ooh, that looks scary. Not going down that way. Also, it's a one-way, so I don't know why I'd go that way anyways. It's been about 10 minutes since I recorded the last chunk of this video because people keep walking by me. And honestly, there's probably more people who have watched me make this video than people will watch this video. That's pretty fun. I'm basically a celebrity, I guess. I don't know if I'm just like not funny all the time or if I'm just not funny when like other people aren't around me, or both. But I don't think this video is going to be very entertaining. But you know, you should still watch it, you know, and watch my other videos, because I think if I'm not out in the wild, I'll be a little bit more entertaining, you know, in the comfort of my own home, especially the kitchen. I feel like the kitchen's a pretty comfortable place for me, you know, surrounded by food. I also haven't eaten lunch today, so my energy's a little low. So you're not getting the quirky Lily you usually do, I guess. I'm just gonna keep making excuses for myself. I think I've spotted Grant though, so I have no idea, or I could just be lying to myself. Yeah, I don't think that's Grant actually. We're gonna go see, I guess. But like, these houses are pretty nice, not gonna lie. I would never want to live out here, but like, also, everybody says Iowa has no hills. These hills in this Roosevelt district look intense, and my thighs feel like they've went up some hills. So, up for debate. I can't wait to listen to this and see how terrible and weird I sound. Chipmunk. I might get some food, so maybe a little mukbang in this video. Please don't drag the way I say that. I've never actually said that to somebody else before, I think. So, and I'm not going to record myself eat, because no, that just would make me even more uncomfortable. And I'm already pretty uncomfortable. Oh my god, I'm so out of breath. I'm just gonna insert my opinion. Mukbangs or mukbangs, however you pronounce that word, are disgusting. I don't like watching people eat in general, like in real life, because of like the noises and stuff. So why would I go out of my way to go on the internet to look up people eat? Guys, I made it back to Grand, and one could say, I guess, I'm having a grand old time. I'm pretty proud of that. It took me about 3 minutes to come up with a pun for this street, and that pun is just, it's great. It's pretty grand, actually. But I just, you know, was letting you up for a little update, and honestly I feel less awkward recording myself on Grand, which is weird because there's like 7,000 cars, than I do on whatever street I was on. Honestly, I have no idea where I was. Audio might be terrible, but whatever, I'm fine with that. And I've had a self-realization that if I'm going to do this, I'm just going to do what I do when I talk to myself on the street. Just rant about things. So, you know, I have a lot of things to rant about, but I'll start one off with a little bit of a watered down one. I really hate it when people ask you how it's going. And I know I told some people about this, but like the specific question, how's it going? Because I like always find like fine or okay or whatever. And then I'm always like, how you going? Which like is such a stupid question, and I might just like start like accepting it as a question I ask people. But like, how's it going is just like not a question that's like setting you up for success. You know, like if you're gonna ask me about how my day's going and stuff like that, can you at least set me up for success too, so I don't feel stupid after a 2-minute conversation? Also, when people like ask you how you're doing or whatever, and then like you'll say great, and then you also ask them how they're doing and they just don't reply, like what the heck? Like, don't ask me how I'm doing if you're not gonna tell me how you're doing. Because usually when I ask that question, I'm genuinely interested, you know. I'm pretty caring. I like to ask people how their day's going. Just to, you know, even if they're lying to me, I feel like just saying that you're having a good day makes your day a little bit better. So you could at least respond to me and, you know, like not put me in a bad mood. I don't see why everybody can't just live life exactly like me, because, you know, I'm doing pretty great. And honestly, this sky looks rather like it's not 7,000 degrees out and humid, but it's 7,000 degrees out and humid. And I don't know if you can see how red and sweaty my face is, but it's red and sweaty. No, it's pretty crazy that like I've lived in Des Moines for 17 years, you know, my whole life. And like there's so little that I've observed. Like just in like that, I don't know how long I've been walking, like 2 hours I've been walking. I've observed like so much more than like 2 weeks of like driving around, especially because when you're driving you're moving so quickly, especially like if it's you driving, you're not very observant of like what's going on around you. And like I'd like to say that I am an avid observer. That doesn't make any sense. I observe like cities and buildings and stuff like a good chunk, and there's like so much I've missed. It's kind of just interesting. You know, I feel so rooted to this town now that I've spent 2 hours outside my house and walking. But like, it's just crazy. And I'm not really downtown. I'm like on the outskirts, I guess. I don't like, I come here for school every day to go to Central, and like, there's so much that we miss just like on that bus ride because we tone it out, and like, it's time to get a little, you know, what am I thinking about? Like, what am I thinking about? Like, pathological, but that's not it. You guys know what word I'm thinking of. But like, we spend so much time looking down and like not looking out the windows and whatever, and not like looking at the things around us, that we're missing like so much. And it's just crazy. And like, that's just like in a town. Like, a lot of times when we go on road trips and stuff, you're even less observant of what's going on around you. Like, you could drive by some really cool thing and just like not know it at all. It's really weird. I have no idea where this is gonna fit into the video. Probably just be awkwardly in the middle, but whatever. I don't know what that video was, but I found it rather entertaining, and I think it might have just been because for the 100th time, you guessed it, I'm awkward. And it's kind of, I think I might find it more funny just because, like, I was there, and, like, I don't remember saying half the things I say, and I didn't realize I was, like, that demeaning to myself, too. Like, what? But I'll just wrap it up, you know. I don't know how you wrap these things up. I'm terrible at wrapping up conversations in real life, so I don't know. That's a majestic bird. I'll try to get it. Majestic. Anyways. I'll name her Julia. She's majestic. Yeah, subscribe, ? You know, share this with some people who know me. I'm really just making these because I'm bored, so I don't really care if you guys watch these. I'll keep making them. Question for the comments, how you going? Full circle. But honestly, I'm kind of interested. How are you going? Yeah, I told you at the beginning of this video that there's gonna be subcar content, subpar editing, subcar content, subpar editing, whole lot of awkwardness, and a whole lot of Lily. So I think I managed to achieve that. And I'm going to wrap this up because these bugs are vicious. So, have fun, I guess. I don't know how to end these. Have fun and have a hoot and a half of a time.